Hey everyone, Zhonos here, back with more Nine Kings. Let's go. New run, new king. Yeah, I want to check out some of the other policies. Apparently, King of Blood, there's a bug, and the new policies weren't showing up. But guess who else they had a hot fix? As far as I remember, it said the King of Nature also wasn't showing up. So let's see if we can find them and find out what they do. I have no clue what they're going to do. Um, let's play King 4 and just have some fun, hopefully. It should go better than King of Progress did. um, all troops +3. That's pretty good. I like the free mycelium. Do we want to run? Yeah, running the forests would be smart. I really like the orchards. You know what I want to do? I really want to play with the orchards. So we'll have to do that once we figure out what these new policies are. So in the meantime, maybe we'll do this. Yeah, we could generalize and not. I don't want to rely on the forests. I want to do something more general, and see if we can just play around with what they give us. Where's the expander? There it is. So we're just gonna do a very basic build here. I definitely want. I don't need expansionist per se, because this is only in one random outer plot. So I would have space still, unlike if I were running the demons. Demon altars. Demons altars, I think is the correct way to say that one. Caslian is interesting. I wouldn't really heal that much though. I mean, it would, but it doesn't round up, I don't think. Well, it would, because I think it's 2 by default. Either way. Now, hopefully we're not losing lives, because if we're losing lives, then Tenacious is like super overpowered. But I'm just going to play something pretty basic. Yeah, let's just try not to lose lives in the first place. Let's go. Okay, so blood and nothing. That's not a big deal. And remember, this new patch also added these treasure chests, but we need to explore to get into those. Things like earthworks or the tower event. I guess I'll just go here. I'd love to get out of the way even more, but we're not running the forest combo, so you probably should, by the way. I would recommend it. Boar start's kind of unlucky when we're not running the forests. But we have the level 4 mycelium, so hopefully we'll be okay. It's only, again, it's not that high of a difficulty, so I'd like to believe we will be alright. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot of boars. Is that new? I don't remember that the perk working that way. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. I'll take Carnage for the boars. That's super powerful. I don't know. I feel like that wasn't like that before. Farm? I mean, it has funny synergy with the policy that or with a policy that we can get. I guess I'll get a farm for now. What's the blessing? What do we get? Okay, let's try to use the gold. I never use it. I don't care about buffing the tree, and I don't think. So I don't mind putting farm right here. Okay, so... but a level up on the treant would be useful, so it stops showing up. I mean, am I crazy? Should I just... I don't want to go cemetery. But it would be optimal, I'm pretty sure. I mostly want to see what those new policies are. I'll take the cemetery. Horticulture we've seen before. We have 6 rerolls, which is great. Now we can really dig for whatever the new policies are. Giga fungi. Fuses all your current mycelium spores into a giant mushroom with double stats. Mycelium's the spores. We have barely any. Okay. Okay, so, okay, we're learning together. We can use that if we, not in this run, I don't think. If we had a lunatic run and we random-fied into a mycelium with actual attack speed, that would be broken. See, but I don't know if that's very good. That's really fun. Let's take long-termism, because I think we'll be all right for a little while. And I'm just going to make another farm. Get more boars. Why not? Yeah, because we don't have a lot of mycelium yet. You see, we have like 5 grown and like a few yet to pop. Also, we actually we struggled a little bit there. That's a little concerning. I could grab elves. We do have a declare war. We could try to buff the boars. I think I'll hold on to a boar. For a better shot at winning, I'm going to put the cemetery down first. Yeah. Around here? Yeah, good. A little off. Down here is better. Now we just need to kill them. Hopefully we out-heal. No, we don't. Woof! Oh, close! Almost won that. Okay, we gotta level up the boar then. Or do we? No, we should. I'm gonna take the swords actually to pass along to these the cemetery. I'm gonna do this. Just get myself a little bit of a buffer. Yep, doing good, doing good. We should out-heal here pretty easily. I'm gonna start putting these down here. Yeah, look at that. We like doubled our DPS pretty much with that one swords edition. So my perk is only for King of Nature units, or else I would have been really tempted to just grab like the archers or something. Let me think. I'm kind of just making like a weird imp build. That's okay though. Yeah, screw it. We still have the declare war, but I don't want to rely on the fact that we may or may not get what's her face? King of Nomads, because that would be the only reason why I would keep waiting. For these swords and shields I can get from King of Nomads. But there's no guarantee I would get them. Ooh, I could go into another cemetery for more value from this guy. There's Nomads right there. Nomads is still optimal. I was hedging my bets, but it's still actually getting Nomad buffs passed on to the boars would be really powerful. Oh, they're misplaced there. Oh no, actually it ended up being okay. Yeah, look at that. So we converted the perk that gives me a bunch of starting boars and these farms into more imps. Pretty powerful. Poison Vial is actually not the worst, but I think perk rate's still probably better. Although because I'm doing pretty much the same thing, I'm just gonna level up a farm first. Right here, I think. Yep, good spot. It's really important to get the placement on the King of Blood here because, like, they're just not going to move after. So I want to make sure I keep the healing going. Although that second cemetery just putting in crazy work. And honestly, the freaking Treant. I should put a swords on the Treant. Side note. Vampirism. This would be the kind of unit that would make use of Vampirism, having higher health and damage, but I've yet to see Vampirism actually be useful. I guess in a situation where we don't even have a lot of health is my concern here. Like, basically what happens, the enemy focuses units roughly one at a time. They won't all clump up on the same unit, but they'll like imagine like infantry in medieval time, not medieval, like freaking ancient times. Like you just have like a line where the both sides might be clashing. It's like those guys are gonna get hit. So like the front row of the boars, mostly the top side, like the side right here on the far right. This side will get hit more often, and then like slightly less and less, and then this side will get the hit the least. But they'll get hit kind of like in front, and whatever's in the front most will just get beat up and clobbered on. So the whole point I'm trying to say is, basically, for the most part, the entire army mostly focuses on the same unit. So they just get one shot. It's very uncommon. But because of the way the units spread, and like there's some algorithm, it feels like it says like you can only have so many units stacked on one unit to attack. So it does feel like it spreads out, but it doesn't spread out evenly. Like for sure, it does not at all. Especially with melee. So like, I really don't think vampirism, my whole point is vampirism, it's just never going to work because you need a large health pool that can survive getting hit while you attack, like while you wait for your attack. And then that like life steal is really low. So actually, if anything, you'd need to have like max HP and then like definitely max damage and really high attack speed. I don't know. Vampirism just never works. If you've seen it work, let me know, but I feel like I'd rather have imps. Oh, gold! Ah, I'm stupid. I could have had like 300 gold. How's yapping? We'll perk right here, though. Definitely going to perk right there. A little bit whiffed on the healing circle, but that's okay. We seem to do pretty good into our own faction right now, because they have really low attack speed at this difficulty in this year, and that's really nice. I don't know why I would ever run the Mega Mycelium, by the way. It sounds really cool, but then it like nerfs the power of Mycelium. Sure, it does get double stats, but I think the only way I would ever run Mega Mycelium is if I were to get Mycelium from a randomified tower. Treant. Okay, we'll level up the Treant. Here? Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah, because so the one of the big powers of Mycelium is that they fire in waves because their bullets are slow. They travel slowly. If I were to make one really big Mycelium, it would have a slow travel speed single bullet that would hit really hard. But Mycelium are really good because they spread the damage out across the enemy and they fire lots of little bullets, so they have very little waste. But they will always have waste because there's travel time. So like, I would just be making the Mycelium worse, because then it would only be hitting one target at a time, and that would almost always overkill. Unless we were able to get the Mycelium having like crazy attack speed, but then it would just turn into like every other tower, except it wouldn't be firing at the enemy, it would be firing from the side. Yeah, the more I think about it, more Mega Mycelium sounds terrible. Or Giga Fungi. We could do it. I bet you the DPS isn't going to be much better. Well, yeah, let's just try it. I doubt it's good. I really doubt it's any good. Also, what? Where are my fungi? I guess it has to be grabbing all the matured ones. Conscription, a little late. What does that mean? I guess I could do it again. Where's the other one? Isn't there two? Heart Vine. Where's Heart Vine? Whatever. I like winning. Okay, let's find out what it's like for the... There he is. Okay, he has good fire rate. But look, we doubled him twice. And it has... Look, it almost has the exact same DPS. Remember last round it was 8,000? Now, like we did this twice, so it should have been 4 times doubled and then doubled again. This should be way more powerful. And yet it did almost like what, 30-40% more DPS. And that's no, that, I'm sorry, not DPS, damage, outright damage. It did like 8,000, and this time it did 11,000. I knew this was a trap. It turns it into like a weird, like a dispenser or something. So that the bullet pattern, because it has that like travel speed, and it's not shooting at the enemy, it's shooting like from the sides. So like even at the enemy has like a slightly better odds, because if they run past your enemy, at least you'll keep shooting as they come towards you. If you shoot from the sides, if they break past your front line, they'll run towards your base. So like you have less and less efficient firing, but I guess it's better efficiency. No, but it's not. Its behavior is like the, you saw it. It was like the old dispenser, which was horrible because the old dispenser would focus on one target and the bullets would keep firing. So you'd have like 100 or 1,000 bullets in the air, and then the target would die, and there'd still be like 900 bullets in the air, and then it would reacquire a new target. And so you just waste like 90% of your shots with the old dispenser. The new dispenser, you'll notice, like fires at different targets to mitigate that, so it won't waste as much. This guy has the same problem as the old one. It goes blah, 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 at a single target, and you saw the line of bullets. I do not like this. He looks cool. It is a horrible. Do not pick. This nerfs your thing. It's such a waste. Oh my gosh. Maybe if you random fied into him. Maybe. I don't want to waste more gold. Maybe random firing into him would work. Wait, why are there so many imps? Did my thing proc twice? There's no way. Yeah, but you see his firing pattern is largely, he is alternating a tiny bit, but he's mostly focusing on a single target. I don't know. Despite having like quadruple stats. Is that right? Times 2, and then you times 2 that again. Yeah, despite being quadrupled, this is not impressive at all. We've got to try it. We'll try it. We'll try the build more. Again, I really think random firing into him is the way to go. Okay, why is this 28? We had one proc of this, which gave me 2. Placing them counts as populate. Right, of course. Populate is absolutely busted. Like insane power level. I cannot overstate how broken populate is. Oh my goodness. Just the act of placing units. You get double value. Yeah, like see this fight. Well, I guess it'll be about the same as last fight at the end of the battle. I don't know. It doesn't feel that good. I'm going to put a shield here for sure, because that flat buff will go to these cemetery imps, which is massive. And also it just buffs our general carnage damage, which is why we murdered the King of Blood right there. We killed him with carnage, I'm pretty sure. Bombers. Oh, bombers are so... The stats on bombers are so good right now, by the way. I'm tempted to grab them just for fun. And we have the Rainbow Army. And because we double them from the populate. Why not? Side note, how are the bombers still doing damage? Can someone tell me? I think it's because they turn into imps, but... If the imps are doing the damage, then it should just be the cemeteries, not the bomber. If we have a living bomber, I would love to know. I don't think we do, because I hovered over it and it didn't show anything. Okay. What a ragtag team we have here. I'll just take the golem and just round out this silliness. Right, let's go. But, okay. Yeah, no, the boar's health and the carnage And even the AoE circle, like, if I got swords again, I could even consider giving it to the treant because it would just immediately double its effectiveness. Almost double. No, it wouldn't double. It would more than double. What am I talking about? It would be +5. Yeah. Be a massive boon. Call onto another unit, I guess, for fun. Buildings. I don't really want... maybe King of Nature is one of the best factions in the game. You know, the more I think about it, they're just so Ooh. Hello there. They're just so reliable. Like populate. Like we screwed around with long-termism. We did lose a battle. We did. Screwed around with long-termism, and then the gigafungi being completely useless. It's not completely. Mostly. Largely useless. Yeah, I don't know. All I know is... Oh, I love magical bricks, though. That would be so cool. I want to try magical bricks on every tower in the game. I guess we could do... combustion? Sure. But I'm definitely... Okay, so this is better. But this is fun. This is better because it passes along to the cemetery imps. And the boars themselves would obviously benefit from it as well. But I like fun. Also, we get the orchard, because why not? Here? No, slightly off. Yeah, look at that, though. Utterly destroyed him. I'll take the carnage out of this set. Yonk. Here? Yeah, no, it was over here. Like, you see how everything clumps up? It's so interesting, the way the herding behavior is. Also, I love my imps. I have so many of them, and yet they did less than the, the archered. I mean, I'm not surprised. Are you? Okay, where is the other one? Heartvine. I'm not paranoid or anything to take this, but I I want to earn some more money, and then I'm gonna go find Heartvine here. Oh, close. That was actually a pretty good spot. If you can't tell, by the way, when I'm saying here, I'm trying to place my treant in the optimal spot. It's an art form, I swear. Level the bomber. Bombers are just crazy stats. I know they instantly die and all, but if I ever found a random Phi, I'd have a good chance of just having a really good unit after. I think Shaman actually would be fine because I have other units to buff. It would be Defender that would be the biggest loss, but even Defenders would benefit from that massive health pool. I guess I'll wildcard one of those choices. I like facing King of Blood. Nomad's is really good too. You know, I'll get rid of King of Blood because they don't give us any good cards. And I'll also, I think, level up this farm. This treant actually ended up being in the way. I didn't expect to rely on the farms as much. I really didn't have any plan, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't sure what I was going to go for. I just want to see the new policies. So we'll go into Endless. So King of Nomads, can you calm down? Oh my goodness, King of Nomads! You see why Mycelium are bad? Do you see that? They run right by and the bullets all get wasted. Did you see that? That's the flaw of Mycelium. Oh my goodness. So we should buff this. It'd be really funny to buff the Golem because they get a 10 bajillion things because of the populate. But I'm going to buff this because I like winning. And we got to be careful about facing a King of Nomads now. Actually, King of Nature is getting a little scary because of We're getting towards the end of the run, so the elves are getting higher and higher attack speed. Once the elves start firing like archers, we're in trouble. So look at the freaking treant go. What a boss. Okay. That's, I guess I got the procreate. I have to keep buffing these guys. I really want to put on this guy because it would be 18, 36, 72 units, I think. That would be really good, but these have buffs on them, and they have better stats right now, so I should be buffing the boars for sure. Oh, we melted the Jack of Rainbows though. Ooh. Yeah. I think our combustion kills don't count towards this damage, by the way, so we are still probably doing a lot with the boars, but raising is interesting. Okay, don't judge me. I should get 2 from this. Gigafungi again. No, I want Hardvine. I even put the orchard down for it. That has to be an orchard thing. All right, come on. No! Wilderness! No! No! And we know they're going to go like here, 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 here. Crit damage is kind of funny. We actually already have crit damage though. Movement speed is pretty good. Poisons... If we could apply poison, that'd be good. These are awful. I guess leather works. Oh, but we did double. Okay. So, by the way, the golem, some destruction doesn't work, but for some reason, freaking golems will double up the effect of raising. When it doesn't always double the effect of destruction, plot destruction cards. So, cool. Glad that worked. I'm actually not confident in my ability to win right now, sadly. Like, cause this getting attack speed, I don't think is going to help right away. The summons being stronger is good though. I guess we'll take Warhorns because I'm concerned about losing. The movement speed should help a lot better. It might not seem like it, but it'll just reduce the amount of time we're taking a pummeling from the enemy by a little bit. Get us attacking them sooner. Okay, we were able to face them. Hopefully we can beat the king. Ooh, steel coats will go a long way for that. Hopefully we'll be fighting against king and nomad if we face them. I don't want to waste money on rerolling them. Okay, looking good. Our game is starting to lag already. That's a little concerning. Yeah, Carnage is putting a lot of work. Actually, the bombers. How are the bombers doing that much work? That's ridiculous. We have so many units that I'm actually going to take Poison Valley here. Leveling up a thing would be good, but it's kind of a drop in the bucket at this point. I'm going to see if the poison helps us out. It's not going to count for too much, but with the sheer number of units we have, I'm hoping that it'll help out a little bit. And then we could get the policy later on if we run into it that lets us do 50% more damage, although I don't think it's very necessary. The reason why we're struggling, by the way, is because just the base unit has so low stats. We ideally would want to have like 1,000 health. The damage doesn't really matter that much, but we'd want to have more like 1,000 health. This is why you run the forest build, by the way. You really should run the forests. Oh, I shouldn't have rerolled. I didn't even mean to. I was just spam clicking. Okay, I have one roll. Yield? I'm broke! I don't want to yield. Okay. Does anyone have good... The bombers have damage. Catharsis. Thank you, bombers. It actually doesn't matter that much, honestly. It really doesn't. I should have gone the fertility, whatever that one was. They give me a bunch of perks. That actually was the correct answer. Very much the correct answer, but that's okay. We are more than fine for now. Yeah, the damage didn't actually matter. I think I will shields here. Yeah, I'm definitely shielding. That's a big boost, and it'll make the imps that come out a lot better. You know what we really would want would be a cauldron for our treant, because a treant is putting in crazy work. Okay, or again, magic bricks would be so cool. I want the mycelium. Mycelium, don't take this. Mycelium with the magic bricks would be really fun. Imagine static. Or adrenaline. Adrenaline would be super cool. Ooh, echo form is fun. I could make an echo form of the mycelium. It's not that. I don't think it would. I don't know how that would work. I don't have the money anyway. I shouldn't even be contemplating what might or might not happen. Yeah, just level up the farm, I guess. Hopefully we win. That shield's probably helped a bit. Yeah. We're good. You can see the animations of these attacks are getting kind of like laggy. Come on, take them out. More shields? Yeah, sure. I gotta find that hard vine. We need to make a bunch of money. I'm guessing it has something to do with the orchards. But maybe it's to do with the treant. Heart, maybe because of its, like, the heart aspect. Maybe it's something to do with healing. I guess take the poison vial. I probably should sell. Oh, of course, King of Nomads. The spooky guy. I'm just going to sell these. I will take the poison vial. I guess it could marginally help. Right there. Nice. We are getting AoE. Oh my god. He murdered us. Wow. Okay, let's go look for Heartvine real fast. I gotta find out. Let's go to low difficulty. Let's just go find Heartvine. I want to find Heartvine. Here, we'll go to count. Why not? What could Heartvine even be? I wonder. Oh, we start with kind of like the same hand. How funny. I'm guessing again. It has to be a treant thing, but I'll take the bombers. Sure. Get them, boys. Thieves, I guess. Yeah, why not? Sure. And double damage. Oh, those are stupid. Well, this is okay. That's a bad spot. Let's hard to make boar riders or something. Okay, take them out. We were exploring last round, so I'm not too broken up that we lost. We were just trying to learn, you know, the new perks and policies. Learn the changes that they've done since last patch. Okay, so we have some rerolls here. Let's look. Multiculturalism. I have to try multiculturalism. Okay, so I saw a bug that this wasn't working correctly. Now it is working. Great. That's a good sign. We'll take burglary to maybe just help our gold income, and then we'll go for the rest of. We'll dig some more over here in this Royal Council. I would love. I don't want to reroll, so I'm going to take the beacon, I guess. I want to save my rerolls for the Royal Council here, and my gold. I don't want to do any rerolls. Okay. I'll level the bomber again, I think. Yeah. Not spending money here. It's crazy. I can't believe the bomber stats. They're insane. Perk rate's fine. We will should have more bombers. It's the bomber run. Give me attack speed, by the way, which I really don't need because they only go once. Okay. Carnage should work well with the bombers, right? King of Nomads apparently counters me, but so does King of Time. I'll take King of Nomads. We're at low difficulty. And look at that health. So they're just going to do even more oomph with the Carnage explosion. Although Carnage probably procs, but I don't know if what do you call it? Combustion would proc up the bombers. It would be nice if it did, but we never get what we want. So it might not actually work like that because they're already dead, so they might not be able to benefit from that. Yep, okay. Give me more thieves. Okay. Wow, King of Blood's kind of tough. We're on like Duke difficulty. This should be low difficulty. Why are we struggling? They're max level. I'm greeting, that's why. I should just be what do you call it? I shouldn't be greeting this much and re-rolling a bit to get better cards, but we're going with it. I'm surprised how tough Blood is at this low difficulty. I would not have expected that at all. Let's hold on to the orchard in case the whatever vine works with the orchard. Invisibility. That was cool. I remember that. That seemed really cool. Obviously, we're all melee right now, so it doesn't really matter. I love this as a general thing, but we've seen it before. Heart Vine. Treant attacks now heal allies. Ah. Okay. That was really hard to find. Let's use it. Right here? Yeah. I don't know. We'd have no way to know. Seems good. Yeah, because that healing number is pretty high. Seems pretty good. I don't think it's as good as the other options that we could have access to. But I don't hate it. Yeah, I think it's okay. Like, I doubt we're going to out-heal. Like, okay, so it's really good at preparing your other units before they even get targeted. Because remember what I was saying earlier this episode? Units tend to, like, clump up their attacks on one unit. Or, like, just like a small selection of units in the front. So, what... Oh, I'm definitely doing this. What really ends up happening is, like, only a few units are going to get targeted at once, typically. So, like, what this is really doing is it's like over buffing your other units before they get targeted. Because it's unlikely you're going to save the guys getting targeted first. But also, can I just say, like, that Treant is mighty powerful now. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is low difficulty, so I'm not surprised we're doing good here. Although we struggled a little bit. That was kind of scary. Yeah. Hardvine seems okay. I don't think it's like crazy broken or anything, but it seems okay. I would say right now I'm thinking B tier. If I were to tier it. I'm just going to start buffing the attack speed this guy, because why not? Like, because it's really good at buffing up your units that aren't being DPS'd. And that's actually pretty valuable. It would do really well for I would say one of the main strategies of this faction is to dump resources onto like elves, like have elves as your tank. Or boars, but elves are even better at tanking all factions because they're spread out. And so while the boars, a clump of melee would obviously always fit within the circle of the Treant. Either way, either of those units, the elves or the boars, they would do really well into this strat. Speaking of elves, I could even put a unit down here potentially. Why am I even playing this? I mean, it's going by so fast. I guess it doesn't really matter. We can just get the win real quick. Yeah, I don't hate the new Heartvine policy, but I don't like the mega fungi. That one's not good. Don't take that one. I just yeah. That one's no good. I'd love to find a way to... No, we're about to end. Let's just take Feast. I was going to say, I'd love to find a way to buff the Treant, but we really don't have a good policy for that. AoE, Gunpowder maybe would work. A little bit. Does it make the AoE bigger? We're wrapping it up. I'll just pop this here. One back here. One up here. Yeah, okay, not bad. Wow, King of Greed bullied all my side units. Take the Thief. He has one more level. Nomad's a scary man. Their champion murdered me. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I mean, this is a showcase that you should just play on low difficulty if you want to have fun. And you just do whatever you want. You just build whatever. Like another bomber, sure. We're kind of screwing around. I mean, there are some like more optimal plays I could have made here and there for better, like rerolling for better things and like placements being a little bit better. But this is a walk in the park, honestly. This is cakewalk. Did I get the other? Where's the other chest? Right here. That's not worth it. I'm just gonna start buffing this guy. This is my carry. Freaking Treant. Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna keep doing videos. Probably, yeah, the daily videos are gonna happen for this week, you know, since we have the new patch. Probably gonna slow back down and start weaving back in other content. But this patch, unlike last patch, which I think really dropped the ball in a few different ways. I'm glad they did it, but it doesn't really... It was like a filler patch. And they didn't even do like balance change very much. But this new patch, I think, was a lot better. A lot more content. Yes. Let me get a higher... Those stats are so bad. That's really bad stats, actually. Never mind. I'm not changing the Treant. That's a terrible idea. What do we get? Lab rats! But they're really good, actually. Lab rats actually aren't a problem, because the problem with lab rats is they have awful stats, but these guys are just fine. Lab rats. Oh, hilarious. These are not your average lab rats. Okay, let's wrap this one up. Sure, I'll take it. Orchard, why not? Ugh, it's awful. Awful. Don't take this. We'll take gunpowder. This should buff the Treant. It should. It might not, but it should. Oh, it did. It did. Definitely. Yep. So I'm loving the attack speed. Treant is such a boss base. Treant is just amazing, honestly. Arguably, I don't know. Maybe I undervalued it. It might be better than the castle. It's just the castle has really good, really good policies, but I don't know. Maybe Treant's better, even better than I gave it credit for. Maybe with this new policy, it's a little bit better. Although I don't know. It's probably not the right way to think about it. I'll take another Carnage. Yeah, we'll just wrap this one up. Beautiful. Well, we technically lost in the last year, but wait. All right, they have infinite levels. I was thinking, like, why is it level 4? We definitely lost the main run, but we were exploring. We were just checking out the 2 new policies, and I'd say we achieved that pretty handily. Can anyone? I guess the rat can level, but it is horrible level up stats, so I don't really care about that. Let's level this up, I guess. Why not? And pop down the forest. Okay, well, oh, there you go. That's your, just your regular King of Nature run. We could have won that pretty easily, to be honest. But, I just wanted to check out the new stuff, and, it was okay. I like the Heartvine. Don't love the Mega Fungi, but maybe you've seen something that I haven't, so let me know down below. Either way, no, we're starting a new run, as in we're ending this run. Count difficulty. Hardvine, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Either way, I think we'll wrap up the video there. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.